Something's Wrong with Us, Volume 9, Volume 10 Review. Volume 8 of Something's Wrong with Us essentially changed the story's direction after the particular set of events led to a time skip. Now Prodigal is in charge of her own sweet shop, which is open to compete with Tsubaki. What will Faye have in store for the two former lovers in Volume 9? Sumino now has opened a shop to rival and eventually take down Tsubaki. But what happened in the 3 years leading up to that? Well, that's what Volume 9 takes us from first. Here we find Nao who disappeared after the fire at Koketsuwan and is working part-time in a remote town. Here, no one knows her history, although she is often visited by Takegawa, a friend of her mother's, who's been helping her behind the scenes throughout the story so far. Just when Nao was considering giving up on taking revenge for her mother, the police arrive looking for answers about the fire. This makes her realize that there's no escaping her connections to Koketsunan, and Tsubaki, rather than continue to run away, now asks Takegawa for help establishing her store, which brings us back to the present day. Now store Hanagasumi is facing off with Koketsuwan and a Wakashi selection contest, but when she reunited with Tsubaki, will now be able to put her past feeling aside. And what about when she learns that Tsubaki isn't in the best of health? The Wakashi contest then lead us into Volume 10, when Nao and Tsubaki have been invited to stay at the hot spring and the client is hoping the two stores will be inspired to create a truly exceptional suite. Now the two are forced to spend a weekend together and it becomes even more difficult for Nao to deny that she still holds a romantic feelings for Tsubaki. But to achieve her goal, she must put all that aside. Elsewhere, trouble is brewing as Tsubaki's ex-fiancée, Shiori, grows jealous and concerned about Nao coming back into their lives. Wanting to keep a firm hold on the home she's made for herself at Koketsuwan, she's cooking up a scheme. And worse still, Tsubaki's mother is busy throwing a spanner into the works at every turn for Hanagasumi, including getting them cut off for their Azuki bean supplier. But no matter what she does, she just can't seem to get rid of Nao, and the longer this goes on, the more she worries Tsubaki will find out what happened on the night his father was murdered by supposedly Nao's mother. This is fair to see there are plenty of twists and turns in these two installments of the series. Now that Nao has a store, the storylines she can put involved with are quite different than the ones we've seen in the series today. Now that Tsubaki knows she's his childhood friend crush Sakura, their relationship has also changed quite substantially, giving the author plenty to work within that department too. With 6 more volumes of the main story to go, and a further 3 afterwards, it seems to be an entirely separate arc after story. It seems like the end goal of the series is now in sight. Nao wants to take Koketsuwan for herself, and whether that means crushing them or getting back together with Tsubaki, I can't imagine the goalposts would change for there. Either way, it's a story I'm on board with, and I think it makes sense based on the history of the series so far. Of course, there's still a lot of melodrama, and depending on how you've gotten on with that so far, you may find yourself wanting to drop out of the series. This is especially true of Shiori's new storyline, which is like a rehash of things they have abandoned before, but dialed up to be even harder to believe. Still, there's enough here to keep me on the hook, but it has high tolerance for those soap opera-like twists, which not everyone else will. Something's Wrong with Us, Volumes 9 and 10, comes to the West thanks to Kodansha, where it continued to be translated by Sawa Masueda Savage. The translation for books reads well, with plenty of insightful translation notes included at the back of the releases that teach us more about the suites we see. Volumes 11 and 13 are already available, with the next release for Kodansha being 14 in April. Overall, these 2 volumes of Something's Wrong with Us are very placed into a new arc, proving quite different to what's from before. The series is leaning into some melodrama that might be some readers of, but nevertheless, there's enough to keep people hooked up here. 8 out of 10.